I am boiling, absolutely boiling. But am I really? What does the word boil mean in English? This water is boiling, so I am not actually boiling. But British people exaggerate a lot in conversation. So here are some common exaggerations that you will hear in Britain and an explanation of what they mean. The opposite of boiling is freezing. I am freezing. Freezing actually means 0 degrees Celsius, like ice. We will often say it's freezing when it isn't actually icy. Freezing can mean very cold. So if I say, I'm freezing, I'm not really freezing. There's no ice. I'm just very cold. We might also say, it's freezing outside, when there's no ice and no snow. It just means it's quite cold out there. Another common exaggeration refers to weight, the weight of something or how heavy it is. I might say, what's in this box? It weighs a tonne. A tonne is 1,000 kilograms. Of course, this box does not weigh 1 tonne. If I say it weighs a tonne, it just means it's very heavy. The opposite of that would be if I picked it up and said, don't know what you're talking about. It's not that heavy. In fact, it's as light as a feather. Light as a feather. These are feathers. Of course, they're very light. It's not really as light as a feather. It just means I don't find it heavy. It's not heavy at all. We also exaggerate about distance. In the UK, we mostly use miles, not kilometres. So if we have an expression using distance, it will often be in miles. For example, I went shopping yesterday. The car park was miles away from the shops. Miles away. It probably wasn't. It's unlikely that I had to park my car and then walk for 2 miles to reach the shops. That probably didn't happen. So when I say it was miles away, it just means it's further than I thought. It seemed like a long way. Maybe it took me 10 minutes to walk to the shops, and I expected it to be closer. So miles away just means a long way, longer than I want it to be. Another exaggeration is to die of embarrassment. So if we are embarrassed, we feel shame, we feel like we have done something very, very bad, and we feel terrible about it. You could say, I went to a wedding, I tripped and fell, and I spilt a whole glass of wine on the bride's wedding dress. And if I said that to you, you could say, oh, that's terrible. I would die of embarrassment if that happened. And I saw that happen. It happened at a wedding that I went to, and the person who did it looked like he did want to die of embarrassment. But of course he didn't, because no one actually dies of embarrassment. But people say it all the time. They also say things like, I died laughing, when something is very, very funny. You might see it in YouTube comments. Someone might even just say, I died, with laughing faces. Of course, this is exaggeration. to die laughing or to die of embarrassment. Great big exaggerations to say that something is either very funny or very embarrassing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please click the button and I'll see you soon. Bye.